Hey, this is Chris J. Rosser with bcsurf.com, and we're here to take you from Nerf herder to Jedi Master with a line of Star Wars boards by Santa Cruz. Now, Santa Cruz is known for some of the most iconic designs in skateboard history. Just think of the Screaming Hand, and they've brought that expertise into this new venture. They've made both decks and cruisers, so no matter what flavor of Starship you want to ride, we're going to get you hooked up. These boards are not only just made with quality setups for a lot of different types of riding, but also with really awesome artwork and paint jobs. This is your board, Vader, come on. Now for each of these decks, they're kind of a medium concave, so it'll keep your feet locked in, but it's not a super aggressive one. Also, the board feels kind of leans towards the chunky side, so it's got some meat in there, especially on the nose and tail. On the bigger boards, you've got kind of a nice wide platform for your foot. The design of these boards tends to kind of lead it performance-wise towards like a ramp or type of a pool style. Looking at them though, we've each got on a character on each one. This one happens to be the Leia. You've also got your Star Wars logo down here, a little bit of stars in the background. On the other side, we've got nice translucent color that I'll show you, the wood grain on top. Plus, you've got this nice little Star Wars hit right here. We also kind of run that grip tape right up here, continue it up, and leave that nice and open. The Leia is the smallest one of the bunch. This one is 8.8 inches wide by 31.7 inches long. We'll move over to the Boba Fett. This one is 8 inches wide by 31.6 inches long. Mr. Han Solo himself, this one is 8.26 by 31.7. And lastly, the biggest of the bunch, the Darth Vader. This one's gonna clock in at 8.375 by a full 32 inches long. Now over in the longboard department, I got 5 different types of boards to kind of fit some different riding styles. All these ones also have a great looking setup. Their trucks and their wheel colors are meant really to match in with whatever the deck design is, and it looks really good. We're going to start off looking at the Yoda. This one's straight out of Dagobah itself. It's a small little ripper just like the Jedi Master that has a good little surfy feel to it. This one is 10 inches wide by 28 inches long, so you've got a really wide setup. So if you have a little bit larger feet but you prefer a smaller, carvier ride, definitely worth checking out. On this one, you also have 66mm 78A wheels, so say nice soft wheel, good amount of grip, and also bullet trucks on there. There's a little kicktail on the bottom, and it is a pretty light setup overall, so this one could definitely hit some ollies, maybe some flip tricks, although that will need a little bit more rotation since it is such a wide board. Now, if you ever want to hunt bounties across the galaxy like the Mandalorian himself, this is the ride to do it in. This is the Boba Fett, clocking in at 8.5 inches wide by 31 inches long. This is kind of the smallish cruiser category. It's paired up with 66mm 78A wheels for a smooth, comfortable ride. Also has some grip to it, and also bullet trucks. On the flip side, we're going to see a pretty gritty grip tape, so your feet should stay pretty locked in place, as well as a little medium concave, so it should be pretty comfortable on the ride. We've also got a nose and tail kick, and combined with the size of this, definitely hit some little ollies getting up on our curb, maybe even a flip trick or two. I'd really like this one for kind of cruising around, doing some stuff on campus, plus it's easily stashable. With the flexibility that you could be kind of hitting some trick here or there, it's a pretty nice ride for kind of whatever you want to throw at it. Next one up is the Chewbacca. Now this one gets more into that mid-size longboard category at 10 inches wide and 35 inches long. Also got a little bit more weight to it and a little bit more stable. We got the 66mm wheels, 78A, so it should be pretty smooth. Also, is this really cool swirl pattern. I like how that matches up with the rest of the board. We've got bullet trucks on this one also. And then on the flip side, we've got a gritty grip tape, a little kicktail over here, but due to the size and weight of this board, wouldn't really say it's more for ollies and tricks, more for just leverage during carves. You've also got the wheel wells on the bottom, as well as a tapered nose and tail for a little bit more wheel access, so you shouldn't have to worry about wheel bite. Pretty solid mid-sized longboard, would be great for cruising around if you're looking for something that's a little bit more stable, nice and easy ride, definitely a good thing to make your co-pilot. Now, for those of you requiring some imperial precision in the ride, let's check out the Stormtrooper. This one is locked up with a drop-through setup, so you're going to have a little bit lower to the ground stability, and the deck is also not flexible at all, so you're going to be pretty stable when riding this one. Moves up to 72mm wheels, still 78A, so you have some grip and also a good amount of roll time. On the top, we got a really gritty grip tape, plus a humongous concave through this one, so your feet are going to stay locked in. This would be good for someone who wants a little bit more performance in the ride, or if you just want to be a little bit lower to the ground for an easy push, because you're never too short to be a Stormtrooper. The last ride we're checking out for today is the Darth Vader. Now this one's the big old pintail, clocking it at 43.5 inches long. This one just has a mellow concave through the top, so it's really comfortable to ride. You've also got your 72mm 78A wheels. We're combined with this big old wheelbase, your nice soft wheels. This ride is smoother than Uncle Ben's blue milk. Great for kind of carving up big open roads. Kind of can be pretty easily walkable since you just have a pretty mellow concave on top too, and great for big old cars. If you ever want to be in command of your own Super Star Destroyer, check out the Darth Vader. All of the Santa Cruz Star Wars boards are available at bcsurf.com. If you have any questions about which ride is best for you, hit us up in the comments below. And lastly, may the shred be with you.